Hello, this is Michael Lindsay from the Christian Construction Podcast. Thank you for joining us today for our daily devotions. We mentioned on yesterday that we will be highlighting the rich young ruler. Now, I want you to notice first of all about this young man. The text we read was out of the book of Mark. You'll find all three of these accounts in Matthew, Mark, and in Luke. But notice this rich young ruler. Notice what he had. There were some things that he had that you and I may be familiar with, that we have, that we could sympathize, or maybe we could understand where he's coming from and what his background and lifestyle was like. Number one, notice that he had family. Here's a young man who, when he was asked about his family, the Bible says that Jesus asked him, he told him to honor his father and his mother. The rich young ruler said, all these things have I kept. That included honoring his father and his mother. Here is a young man who ultimately, it appears, rejected Christ, but he had family. He obviously had a good family. He didn't have any problem honoring them. What is it that he had that we didn't have? Well, we notice first of all that he did have family. And then notice this, he had fame. The book of Luke refers to him as a ruler. Here's a young man who had family and he had fame, but he still rejected Christ. And then notice this, he had fortune. Here's a young man who had done well. He was successful in the business world. But in spite of all of that, the Bible says he was very rich. He wasn't just rich, but very rich. But in spite of all of that, he still rejected Christ. Friend, what is it that you may have and you think, well, I'm normal, or it'll never happen to me, or that's not who I am. But it may be those very things that lead to you rejecting Christ or turning your back and walking away from the Lord. I want you to ponder these thoughts and tune in again tomorrow as we will look again a little bit further at this rich young ruler here on the Daily Devotions.